Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another Chelsea news video. First things first, guys, make sure you smash the like, subscribe if you're new around here, all of that good stuff. But first things first, before we get into the video, a big shout out to Jersey's FC Soccer Shop, guys. You can get 20% off your Chelsea home kits, Chelsea kits in general, and free shipping with the code Blue Brother. Use the link in the description. You can get different names and numbers on the back, all sorts. Good price, good quality. Make sure you don't miss out. Link in the description, people. Use code BlueBrother, 20% off. And let's dive into the video. And the Chelsea brief machine is back out again. Back out again, this time in regards to the goalkeeping situation. And there's been an update on Chelsea and goalkeepers, and Chelsea will not sign a goalkeeper this summer. Kieran Gill in the Daily Mail. Chelsea are not planning on signing another goalkeeper in this summer's window. Philip Jorgensen and Mike Penders are both regarded as having elite potential, along with Robert Sanchez. And Chelsea will also have Petrovic returning from Strasbourg to compete to be number one. Look, this isn't really a surprise. We have to be totally honest here. The club have spent well over £100 million on various different goalkeepers. They're not going to go and buy another one. That would be taking accountability, and that would be admitting they've made a mistake. And we know that these people don't take accountability, and we know that these people don't admit when they have made mistakes. What we're going to have to hope for in this situation, people, is that Jorgensen and Petrovic battle it out for the one shirt. Sanchez gets sold, and Penders goes on loan to Strasbourg for the season before he's ready to come and compete with Petrovic and Jorgensen. That is the reality of what will need to happen here. Look, there's going to be outrage at this. Of course there is. People are going to be fuming. I'm not particularly happy about it, but we have to be honest here, guys. We have to be honest and we have to be realistic, because there is going to be outrage at it. But at the same time, I don't believe we're going to get Champions League football this season. That's just my personal view. How are you going to find which goalkeepers are you going to get that will join us with potentially Europa League football? What goalkeepers will join with Europa League football? You know, what top class goalkeeper is going to join with Europa League football? Now, that's not me saying, oh, this is okay, by the way. This is me having an honest conversation here, guys, and saying, look, if we're in the Europa League next season, what top class goalkeeper is joining us? I can't think of one. There's not many top class goalkeepers in the market in general. You're looking at a Diogo Costa, you're looking at maybe a Mike Mignan. There's not many out there. There really isn't that many out there. It's a difficult position to get right, and there's certainly a lack of quality in the goalkeeping market. So I'm excited to see what Penders can do, given how highly he seems to be rated, but that's one for a few years down the line. Petrovic is really excelling at Strasbourg, which is exciting. He's having a really good season there. Liam Rossignol has described him as world-class. I think he's doing very well there. He's making a number of crucial saves in games. I think his distribution from the back is improving as well. That was supposedly part of the reason he was loaned out, to work on his passing out from the back. And look, we all know that Petrovic is a better goalkeeper than Sanchez. We all know that Petrovic and Jorgensen should be the two that are competing for the number one shirt, with Penders waiting in the wings for a couple of years' time, and Sanchez should be nowhere near this football club. I don't believe the goalkeeping department is very good at Chelsea. I don't believe that we've spent money wisely at all in that position. We absolutely haven't. We've wasted millions and millions of pounds on goalkeepers who aren't good enough. But having said that, look, I'd love a new goalkeeper. The reality of the situation is a centre-back, a striker, and a left winger are probably all more important than a goalkeeper right now. I would love a goalkeeper, but the reality is, people, those positions come first. And so we have to hope, really, that Petrovic can be that guy, or maybe Jorgensen can be that guy, or maybe Penders can be that guy. And we're going to have to hope that these players develop and become as good as we think they're going to be. But the reality is, we've got no idea how good these guys are going to be, because that's when you buy potential, you're banking on them becoming as good as you think they can, but there's no guarantees that happens. There's no guarantees that these players develop in the same way you think they will. Development's not linear, particularly with goalkeepers. You know, goalkeepers might not get to their best football until they're almost 30. So you're looking at the likes of Jorgensen maybe being 6, 7, 8 years away from that. Penders being 10 plus years away. Petrovic maybe being 4 or 5 years away from that. So, you know, these goalkeepers are very much long-term investments, and they're very much, you know, a way away still from reaching their best. Now, it's an absolute no-brainer. Petrovic, for me, should be the number one next season with Jorgensen competing with him. That is how it should be. Simple as that. I don't care if you've got to terminate Robert Sanchez's contract. I don't care if you've got to accept £5 million for him. Get this guy out of the football club. He's not good enough. Simple as that. Simple as that. And so, yeah, it's not a surprise, people. Not a surprise at all. There are other areas that are a more pressing priority. But, yeah, you know, I'm pleased, at least anyway, by these reports. Now, look, this is only February, March. A lot can change between now and the summer. But at least it appears to be that the feeling is that Petrovic will be competing for the number one shirt next season, which is a massive, massive positive, guys. A huge positive. You know, I was almost convinced that he'd be sold in the summer. Obviously, I won't believe it until I see it. But I was pretty certain this guy would be gone. But this is really good news. Really good news that it seems that he maybe does have an opportunity at Chelsea. Maybe he does have a chance at Chelsea. But let's dive into what the article is saying. So Chelsea are not planning on signing another new goalkeeper this summer. Mail Sport have been told the London club regard Philip Jorgensen and Mike Penders as having elite potential, while the more senior Sanchez and Petrovic will also be competing for the number one next season. Well, all four of those goalkeepers are not going to be there next season. Penders will go on loan, and then one of those three will be sold. Supporters have been calling for a new goalkeeper to sign, but we had it confirmed on Friday that the club have full faith in their current setup and will not be looking to make another addition. Jorgensen has also received some criticism for his own displays in recent weeks since taking the gloves from Sanchez. The Danish shot stopper was at fault for Aston Villa's winner last weekend. As we know, he was also beaten 3 times as Chelsea lost to Brighton a week earlier. Despite not conceding against Southampton, some fans became restless at the amount of time Jorgensen was taking on the ball before starting attacks. However, Chelsea boss Maresca defended his goalkeeper and claimed he would have taken Jorgensen off if he had kicked the ball up the pitch rather than playing out from the back. So, yeah, look, there we go. Chelsea will not be signing a new goalkeeper. But do you know what's funny about this news, people, is that obviously, you know, however this works, I'm not really sure, but there's clearly been a collective message sent out via WhatsApp or sent out by whatever channels, because the exact same news come from 4 different journalists in the space of a few moments earlier on Friday afternoon, guys. Nazar Cancelo, Chelsea are not planning on signing a new goalkeeper in the summer. Chelsea will not sign a new goalkeeper this summer. Carve Solokol, Ben Jacobs, Chelsea have no plans to sign a new goalkeeper this summer. Kieran Gill, Chelsea not planning on signing another goalkeeper this summer. It is funny when you get these collective briefs that come out. It's like, right, guys, get this out. It's almost like, look, this is the news. Make sure you include X, Y, Z words, elite potential or whatever it is, or world-class potential or whatever you want to call it, and then put that news out there. This is obviously a coordinated brief. This is news that Chelsea want out there. Obviously, there's been a lot of heat on the goalkeeping situation at the club this season. A lot of heat on Robert Sanchez, some on Jorgensen as well, certainly over the last couple of performances. So, yeah, what do? Let's get that brief out and let's ensure that all journalists at the same time, within 5 minutes of each other, are putting out the exact same message. This is, I guess, what you would call client journalism, where people have got contacts at the club and the club are giving them information and then they're telling them to put that information out. That's essentially what's happened here. You get it every so often. There's been quite a few coordinated briefs over the past few months. And look, whether you like it or not, that's just kind of how this game sort of works, I suppose. But the long and the short of it is, guys, is that no new goalkeeper is seemingly, as of March, coming to Chelsea in the summer. But good news is that Djordje Petrovic seemingly has got an opportunity at having a Chelsea future, and I would really, really like to see this guy in the in between the sticks next season as the first choice goalkeeper. I think this year away playing regularly at Strasbourg will be really good for his development, and then he's ready to come back and fight for that shirt. I think he's a better goalkeeper than Philip Jorgensen right now. Jorgensen could potentially be better than him in the future, but right now Petrovic is a better goalkeeper. Our best goalkeeper is on loan at Strasbourg. Make it make sense. But yeah, guys, not the news we perhaps wanted, but at least Petrovic is going to be competing next season. And I suppose that's better than another year of Robert Sanchez. I suppose that's better than a lot of news that we've potentially had in recent times. Yeah, guys, that's just my thoughts on the goalkeeping situation. Smash the like, subscribe if you're new around here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Catch you again, another one soon. Up the Chelsea, and we're out. Peace.